Hello everybody, welcome back to Bike Matters. Today we've got this, it's the Piaggio Liberty 125 ABS. Now this is the 2021 model, so it's Euro 5 compliant. So yeah, we're going to take this air-cooled big-wheeled scooter out on the roads of Norfolk and Suffolk to do a nice little road test for you. And what a great way to start off. It's a nice dry day next to a beautiful little duck pond in the countryside. So yeah, let's get on this little scooter and go for a road test, shall we? So yeah, it's a nice little scooter, and it's, look, I've done five miles already, so I'm the first person on it, giving it a test ride. First impression, started up lovely and quiet, nice little hum to it, not too bad. So let's talk about the fuel gauge, shall we, even before we set off. Now it's noticeably quite kind of slanted down, it's not that flat, but yeah, it's slanted, and at the top here we've got the speedometer, big numbers of kilometres. Then under that is miles per hour, so it's a slightly smaller numbers of miles per hour, and obviously that's the analog part. Then we've got our typical kind of dash lights there for indicators, fuel gauge and so on. But in the middle here, this small little digital display is the actual fuel gauge working up and down to show you how much is in there, the odometer and a clock currently. Lights here, indicators here, horn, unlock for your storage, mode for your display, and then the electric start button. So it's all very simplistic and basic, but yeah, it does everything you need of it for a little city scooter. So let's head off, shall we? So yeah, the Piaggio Liberty, it's been about for a little while now. It's Piaggio's current entry-level 125cc scooter. It's air-cooled. It produces just under 11 horsepower. And it's got those nice big wheels, so 16-inch wheel at the front, 14-inch wheel at the back. So what Piaggio have given us here is a nice urban city commuter. It's been made to be relatively light, I think it's about 124 kilograms. And with those big wheels, it makes this a lovely little nimble commuter. So yes, it's just under 11 horsepower from that air-cooled I-Get engine. Now I-Get stands for Italian Green Experience Technology, so they're trying to make this really economical little scooter with a claim from Piaggio of about 110 miles per gallon, which is extremely economical. Now I can't tell you whether that's true in the real world, but anything kind of 80-90 miles per gallon is pretty good news, I'd say, especially when you're thinking this is primarily going to be a nice urban base scooter. Putting out 11 horsepower puts this kind of bang middle of the pack, really. So there's plenty of air-cooled scooters out there in the 125cc category which are less than 9 horsepower. This is more than that. But then there's also a few of them really premium options which are packing between 12 and 15 brake horsepower, normally from a liquid-cooled motor. So the Liberty, although it's Piaggio's kind of entry-level scooter, is actually relatively good on power. That's got to be said. Another really cool thing about the Liberty is they've got ABS. Now it is one channel ABS which is on the front wheel, but nonetheless, when most pack CBS, combined braking system, which is the minimum requirement, that to upgrade to go to ABS is a real nice addition, and Piaggio should be commended for that, because it is their entry-level option, like I say, for a 125cc scooter, but they've still put ABS on it. So that's a real cool little addition, that's for sure. Now when it comes to actual braking, there's brake disc at the front. The real size of it will appear on screen now. Bing! On the rear though we have a drum, which is a slight, it is the Liberty, like I say, I keep saying already, is the entry-level scooter. But in this day and age, most people kind of have disc brakes all around as standard. It would have been great to have that. Now, don't get me wrong here, the drum brake I'm sure would be more than efficient. It's just when other people are putting out bikes with 2 discs, it would have been great to have that on here. Right, let's power, shall we? So we're already at 30 mile an hour. We're now at 40, 45, £50. So that's not all in all that bad, is it? For a little air-cooled thing. Now, as dimensions go, it's a typical smaller scooter. It's not a maxi scooter by any means, but thanks to those big wheels, it is awfully nimble. Now I'll take it for a run through town in a little bit, so you can see that in action. Albeit this isn't the biggest of towns, so blink and we would have probably been through it. Typical of a scooter, we have under-seat storage. I could not fit my HJC helmet, full face helmet, to add under the seat. So I dare say it's going to be one where you can only fit open face helmets, or maybe the odd full face. But my HJC did not fit when we attempted it, however much I tried. Now we do have the glove box in the back of the leg shield there, and that's enough for a few small bits and pieces, but there's not a lot of room in there. If you're enjoying this video so far, go on, give it a like. If you've got any questions or thoughts about the Liberty, put them in the comment section below. And of course, you're watching this video, hopefully you're liking it. If you are, we've got loads of videos like this and also top 10s, so make sure to hit that subscribe button, and why not hit that notification bell as well. That means you get to see all of our content when it comes out. You get a nice little notification from YouTube. So the ride and position is very typical kind of small to medium sized scooter. It's upright, it's quite ergonomic. The seat is comfy, firm to comfy, I'd say. The drum brake, yeah, is okay. It's nothing special, is it? So if you look at others kind of competition on the market, you look at the Suzuki Address, for instance, which is a 110, and then you look at, say, the Delight and, you know, one or two others. You're kind of looking at the Liberty as a really good mid-range option. You know, it is no thrills. If you want thrills, then you're looking at the premium options like the Medley. Now, the suspension on the Liberty is just very, very typical urban scooter, really. It handles these roads really well. Now, when I've taken it out onto the country lanes, which are just wrecked at the moment, it's not so comfortable. But it does a good job. But it is, you know, as I'd kind of class, standard scooter suspension. Hydraulic forks, shock absorbers to the rear. It makes for a pleasant ride most of the time. You'll just notice it when you get to those rougher rural roads, if I can speak properly. But so far, it's surprising me how pokey it is. Lovely and nimble. Those big 16-inch and 14-inch wheels inspire a bit more confidence than the normal kind of smaller 12 to 14-inch all around. But here we go. Right, let's pin it, shall we, and see what we can get while no one's about to get in our way. We're already at 50. Come on, Liberty. Oh, we're doing well here. Come on, let's do a little tuck. Let's see what we can do with a little head tuck down. No screen on this one. So we're touching on 60 odd mile an hour. I think this might get to 65, you know, with a long enough runway. Yeah, I've got to let off now because there's people in front and the speed limits. Well, we got to about 62 there after not a lot of time for 125. So let's get on to the business end of things, shall we? And let's talk about cost. The Piaggio Liberty, this version, the 2021 Euro 5 version, starts from £2,700. There is a slightly sportier looking S variant, which is about £100 more, I think £2,800-ish pounds, if you want it to look slightly sporty. Now, it comes in 3 colourway options. On this Liberty, it's either white, black or blue. Obviously the version we've got here is the nice black one. The blue looks fantastic as well, but that's just personal preferences. So big shout out to Lexham Insurance. They power us here at BikeMatters. Lexham also offer a discount to you as a BikeMatters viewer. If you click that link in the top right hand corner now, and you go through to Lexham's site and do an insurance quotation, you'll automatically have £20 deducted. How good is that, just for being a viewer? So an awesome little perk there for watching our videos. Go for overtake. Can't believe I'm doing this on the A140 on a 125cc scooter. Go on, Liberty, you can do it. You can do it, fella. Woo-hoo! Liberty for the win. The seating position is nice and comfortable. That seat height of 790mm is bang on average. I'm only 5'6", I can get both feet down comfortably, which is pretty good going. The seat is firm, but it does the job nicely. I've been on the saddle for well over an hour now, driving about Norfolk and Suffolk, and it's holding up pretty damn well. So let's do a brief summary, shall we, the good bits and the not so good bits. Let's start off with the not so good. I would have loved to have a disc brake on the rear. The drum is okay, it does the job. You do kind of have to go quite forceful with it, but it does do the job. But for me, I would have absolutely loved to have a disc brake on there. The underseat storage, again, fits open face. Would have been great if that was a little bit bigger to fit a full face helmet. And we could have had a full digital dash, which would have been great. But again, with the brake disc, with the full digital dash, it would have made this a more expensive model to purchase. So it's just one of those compromises that you have to have to get a scooter at this price point. But yeah, digital dash would have been awesome. Rear brake disc definitely would have been awesome. And a little bit more room under that seat for a full face. On to the positives. And it's that sprightly I get 11 horsepower motor. It's really nimble. As you can see here, I'm also enjoying the agility, the ease of manoeuvrability, and that's leading us on to the other point. Those big wheels, slim profile, makes this one agile and stable scooter. So around towns and cities, this thing's an absolute hoot. It really is. And also to have ABS on that front wheel is a great little upgrade to have on a mid-range scooter. It really is confidence inspiring. So, combination of that 11 horsepower air-cooled motor, which is perkier than I thought it would be. Those big wheels really does make this thing great little fun to whiz around town. So the Piaggio Liberty has been about since 1997. So it's been about for a long time. And it's typical of Piaggio, they give their models slight updates, but they stick to that formula of what they designed it to do. They wanted this to be a great city scooter, and by sticking to the slim, stylish, smart, big wheel scooter that they have, it is answering that question, and its popularity shows how well Piaggio are doing with it. Yes, it does better in the EU than it does the UK, but it's still a great option for people. And at this price point, it really makes it a competitive option for people who are looking for a mid-range scooter. And when you've got the likes of 11 horsepower, ABS on the front wheel, split with LCD dash, that is some great options for a mid-range bike. And it is more powerful than quite a few other mid-range scooters on the market as well. So 11 horsepower I think is great news. So as we go along here, it's time to wrap this video up. Thank you ever so much for watching, everybody. I hope you've enjoyed my video on the Piaggio Liberty 125, the Euro 5 version. If you have any comments or questions, put those in the comment sections below. If you've got this far, you've obviously liked the content, or at least I hope so. So why not hit that subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber to our channel? Hit that bell notification, then you get told when our videos are released. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.